Hey guys, Conan Changer here. I'm making an awesome video, however, it might be a little bit short. As you can see, I didn't save that much. I found not a lot in this box. However, I did find some things I don't have, and as you can see in the title, that I will be putting, it's just immaculate. One of my better boxes, that's for sure. So, starting off here, start off with the, miscellaneous finds and whatnot, estimate marks. I got a 69S. Haven't checked for double die. Got a 68S. That's kind of harder to find. 73S, also sort of harder to find. Moving over here, got a nicer, shiny 1959, some luster on it. Got this nice 1967, looks kind of cool. Probably not going to save it, but it just kind of stood out a little bit. Kind of cool. With some like uneven wear and luster and whatever. And this 1960 nickel, however, it has a ghost mint mark. You'll see right there, there's a mint mark right there. It's very, very faint. I don't know, I just kind of created that saying of ghost mint mark. I don't know if that's actually something to look out for. But I'm just going to toss this back in circulation because it's just nothing major. It's just kind of a cool find. A weaker strike. And then get a 2090 nickel, which is nice to see. Now moving over to the nickels here. I scored some in pretty nice shape. Except the first one here is 1939, really worn. Still plain though, and still nice find. They got a nice 1940. Very nice shape. 1940. It's plain. 241s. Probably about VF condition a piece. I'm not too sure on that. Still starting off on grading, by the way, so I'm working on it. Oh, it's this one and that one. Yeah. So, okay shape. A 1946. I think that's a plain. Yeah, it's nice. I got a 1950, another one. That's really nice. Still looking out for the 50D. This is just a plain. They made like 9 million of these, I believe. Got a 52, decent shape. I couldn't show the back. And last but not least, 54, and technically considered the semi-key date, or just kind of like a lower mintage coin in the series. So usually most of them I get are really weak strikes. Same thing with the 54S's. I don't know why that is. And now with wheat pennies, I got 9 wheat pennies. The oldest one being a 1940. Got a 1941, 41, 44, 48D, which you don't see that often. At least I don't find them that often. Kind of black looking 50D, 53D, 56D, and 57D. And then I got 2 Canadians, a 1959 with Young Head Portrait, and 64 with the Young Head Portrait. I'm just keeping the Young Head Portraits, by the way. I found so many of the copper ones, so I'm just gonna keep them in circulation or just not take them. Now, man, I can't believe this. I really can't believe it. I found 3 great finds. Those are over there, as you can see. Let's just start off here. First coin I got was a war nickel. So, I mean, still on my streak now. I got back on my streak. Last box I found 1 box before that. I was like skunked 3 boxes before that. The last box, got one now. Just a 45D. Still looking for the 43D and a 44S. Maybe I'll find them by the end of the year. I don't know. Probably will. I'm trying to complete at least a whole roll of these by the end of the year. So far so good. I got like maybe half a roll or so. Now, I was opening up rolls, obviously. And actually, something I'm going to show you last came out first. But, so, as you can see, I got Jeffersons, I got, Jefferson nickels, silver nickels. Well, I started a series. Got a Buffalo nickel. Okay. Now this Buffalo nickel has a readable date, sort of. You have to see in the right light, and the camera's not really picking it up, but it's actually 1921. It says in 192, as maybe you can see that. You can really see it actually backwards, believe it or not. Kind of, just kind of. 1921 up there. So yeah, that was an awesome find. Back's in nice, it's okay shape. You know, it's advert circulated. It's just gonna go with my buffaloes I found for this year, which are you know, I got 7 so far, so that'll be 8. Those are just, you know, nothing rare, of course. Just, you know, common date buffaloes and or dateless buffaloes. But the best find, and man, I freaked out when I saw this. Well, I didn't freak out, but you know, I was talking with my mom about school, and then next thing I know, I open up a roll, sitting at the little dining room table that I use for coin roll hunting, and guess what pops out of the roll? Facing backwards, like this. My first ever V-nickel, found coin roll hunting. I'll give you guys a look at the back side of this. Okay shape, you know, it's circulated. I mean, it has a few scratches, of course. I mean, that was how my Indian was. Man, oh man. I flipped it over, looked at the date, you know, it's a common date, but 1910. It's about G condition. So obviously not a bad find at all. Even though, you know, I can buy these for 75 cents, it's just not the same, because this is an actual experience. I actually found a V-nickel. I actually found my first ever V-nickel. I mean, that's another first. So, meaning that, since I found my first Indian, my first V-nickel, coin roll hunting nickels and pennies. I'm going to still be on the nickels and pennies, of course. I'm not going to go for like barber dimes and all that stuff, because I know that's really, really hard to find. I mean, this is kind of easier than a barber dime, obviously. But, you know, my goal is still to find a 1800s coin. And I said, why not? You know, maybe I can find an 1800s coin. But most importantly, with the nickels, since I found a V-nickel, maybe I can find a shield nickel. You know, I mean, I know that it's probably really, really, you know, going to be really hard to find one, a shield nickel, because they made them from 1866 to the 1880s, of course. But you know, I think it's still possible. I mean, I don't think all of them are out of circulation. You would imagine they would be. But I mean, finding a V-nickel and finding an Indian head penny that had been circulating for over 100 years, I mean, I don't see why it's not going to be that hard. Well, it's going to be hard, of course, but I don't see why it's not going to be possible to find a V-nickel or an 1800s coin, because I have the feeling that they're still out there, like I said. I mean, but you just don't know. But you know, it probably won't be this year if I find one, if anything. It'll probably be like next year, if anything. However, I could be wrong. You know, I could find one this year, I could find one next year, I could find one in 10 years, I could never find one. I mean, just how it is. But you know, maybe I'll find one, and if I find one, I will obviously make a video if my channel is still up, or you know, whatever. It probably will be, because you know, I have no reason to ever really quit YouTube unless, you know, something happens. But yeah, you know, I did okay. But yeah, I'll be looking out for a shield nickel. I'm not gonna give up. So enough of me rambling. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Happy hunting, man. This was a good box, but you know, not a lot of these coins, but I don't really care. I mean, I still got 3 coins from, you know, the V-nickel, you know, Buffalo, and that, you know. When I found this coin first, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get silver this box. And I saw this thing pop out. I'm like, all I need is a Buffalo nickel, and then 3 more rolls later, I found a Buffalo. So yeah, guys, thanks guys for watching, and happy hunting. Take care. See you guys later.